Welcome to Be More Yogic. My name is Amanda Dee, and today we're going to do a mixed bag class that is generally good for the whole body. So let's get started because we only have an hour. We're going to start with the soles of the feet together. So you want your legs more in a diamond shape, so the heels are a little bit further away from you. Take your hands onto your knees, and then you're going to inhale, lift the heart, and then exhale, pull back and round through the spine, look towards the navel. Dive forward and inhale, scoot back up. Exhale, pull back and round. Dive forward, inhale, lift the heart forward and up. Exhale, pull back and round. A few more times like that. Inhaling and exhaling. Deep Ujjayi breath. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Inhaling and exhaling. Place your feet onto the floor. Take your hands back behind you so the fingers point towards the front of your mat. Roll the shoulder blades in the back, lift the heart. Press through the fingertips. Inhale, lift the hips up. Maybe open the throat. Exhale, bottom towards the floor, round the spine, look towards the navel. So it's the same action in the spine. Inhale, opening, lift the heart, maybe open the throat. Exhale, bottom down, look towards the navel. Inhale, lifting and opening, press into the fingertips. Exhaling, down and round. Inhaling and exhaling. As you lift up and inhale, stay there for just a few breaths. Maybe you can lift your hips a little higher, softening the inner thighs down. Try not to grip the butt. And then look forward, bring your bottom towards your heels. Place your bottom down. For a shoulder stretch, lift the heart. Relax the sides of the neck. And then bring your bottom back. Take your hands behind the back of the hamstrings. Lift your shins parallel to the floor. And then lift the heart up. Savasana boat pose. Some of you might be able to release the arms and reach the hands forward. Exhaling, scooping the navel, like that cat spine, looking towards the toes, nose in line with toes. Inhale, scoop up. Lift the heart, press the sit bones down. Exhaling, lowering, nose in line with toes. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, lowering. A few more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you can stay there for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. And place your feet down. Have your feet as wide as the outer edges of your mat. You're going to drop both your knees over towards the right. Bring your right arm across your body. And then lower your elbows down to the back of the mat. Now if your right elbow doesn't come down, that's fine. Just hover it there. Try not to sink into your shoulders. Keep lifting up and out. So this is a twist for the spine, creating more length and space between the vertebrae. And then lift up. Come back to the front. Take it to the other side. Drop the knees to the right. Bring both your elbows towards the floor at the back of the mat. If your left elbow doesn't come all the way down, just hover it. And then coming back forward. Come into a standing forward bend at the top of your mat. Measure your feet about 2 fist distance apart. Have the out edges of the feet parallel to the side edges of the mat. Soften the knees if your hamstrings are tight and drop the head. Otherwise, lift the kneecaps. Press down through all 4 corners of the feet, lifting the arches. Legs strong. Inner thighs rolling back, lower belly lifting slightly. Weight right over the arches, so you're not sinking into the heels. Now stay folding, walk your hands over towards the right. You can have your hands on blocks if your hands don't come to the floor. Draw that left hip back so you feel a nice side stretch in the left side of the body. And drop the head. Legs can be bent or straight. Take that over to the other side, walking your hands to the left. Now pull your right hip back, getting a side stretch in the right side of the body. Spread your toes. Come to the center. Take your left fingertips underneath your nose. Move the weight slightly forward into the feet, root the heels. Bend your left knee and lift the right arm up towards the sky, taking it into a twist. Lean the head and heart back, opening. Changing sides. Straighten through the left leg and bend your right knee. Right fingertips underneath your nose. Lift the left arm up into a twist. Lean the head and heart back. Get longer through the spine. And fold. Come into a flat back as you inhale. Soften the knees slightly and take your hands onto your hips, wrapping your elbows in. And then lead with your heart, come all the way up to standing, pushing your feet down into the earth. Release your arms and inhale, reach the arms up, press the palms, look up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Step your left foot to the back of the mat, lower the knee and press your hips forward, breathe in, look forward. And exhale, stepping back to down dog. Roll forward into plank pose, inhale. Lower knees, chest, chin, shoulder heads lift as you exhale. Come forward into cobra, press the top of the feet down. And press back to down dog. Right leg lifts up as you inhale. Knee to nose and then step the foot between your hands. Knee over the ankle, lift the right arm up, lift the left hip point. Hands to the floor, step forward and fold. Reverse swan dive up to standing, inhale. Swan dive and fold forward over the legs, exhale. Step the right foot back, lower the knee, lift the gaze on the heart. And exhale, step back to down dog. Roll forward to plank pose, inhale. Lower knees, chest, chin, exhale. Glide forward, cobra spine, breathe in. Pressing back to down dog, breathing out. Inhale the left leg up to the sky, hips square. Left knee to your nose and then step forward. Lift the left arm up into a twist, right hip point lifts. Exhale, step forward and fold. Reverse swan dive up to standing, inhale. Swan dive and fold forward, exhale. Left foot steps back, lower the knee, lift the heart, look forward. Exhale, step back to down dog. Roll forward to plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga, bending the elbows halfway. Upward dog, pull forward, inhale. Down dog, roll over the top of the toes. Right leg lifts up, inhale. Right foot steps forward between the hands. Exhale. Right arm lifts into your twist, lift the left hip point. Step forward and fold. Reverse swan dive up to standing, inhale. Exhale, swan dive and fold forward. Step the right foot back, lower the right knee, lift the heart and gaze. Step back, down dog as you exhale. Roll forward to plank pose, breathe in. Chaturanga, look slightly forward. Upward dog, breathe in. Press back, down dog, breathe out. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot between your hands. Left arm lifts up into a twist, breathe in. Step forward and fold, breathe out. Reverse swan dive up to standing, inhale. This time stay upright and interlace the fingers behind your back. Swing your hips back, lengthen the tail and reach your fist towards the floor as your heart lifts up towards the sky. Feel the shoulder blades coming together to lift the heart further. Back of the neck nice and long. One more breath in. And then exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, fist over your head. Lift the shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze your palms together and reach the fist over. Try not to lock out your elbows. Shoulders away from your ears, fist over a little more. Release any tension in the neck. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Keep your fists, come into a flat back, soften the knees, look forward. You're going to lift your left knee up towards your belly. And then slow as you can, reach the crown of the head forward and step the left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Lift your arms up into your high lunge. Bend your back knee, draw your lower ribs in, lengthen your tail. Then straighten the back leg all the way, keeping the fullness of the lower back. Take the right arm behind your back. Increase the length of the tail by scrubbing the tail down with the arm. And then start to lean back slightly towards the right. So you feel the left side of the body lengthening. Then take that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Hands into prayer position. Press your right knee to the right, lift through the heart. Thumbs in line with the heart. Now, I'm 15 weeks pregnant, so I'm not going to go any deep. I'm going to stay here. But for you, maybe you want to tee your arms, taking your left hand down, right arm up, or maybe even take the bind. Take 4 more breaths, inhale. Exhaling 1. Inhale. Exhaling 2, back leg is straight. Inhale. Exhaling 3. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhaling 4. Hands to the floor, ground the palms, breathe in. And step back to down dog, breathing out. Roll forward to plank, inhale, look forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, breathe in. Down dog, lift from the lower belly. Inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right knee to your nose, lift your hips high. Lift up high in the back tippy toe. Round the spine deeply. And step the right foot between your hands. Lower your back knee down to the floor. Point the back toes and spread the weight across that back shin. Climb up onto your front leg. Pull your hips back. Outer hip squeeze in. Lower belly lifts. And then press your hips all the way forward. Find Venus lock, interlacing the last 3 fingers and point through the index fingers. Lift the arms up. Arms slightly in front of the ears. Get nice and tall through the spine. Relax in the shoulders. Relax the jaw, the gaze, the forehead. Keep lifting up and melting back. Couple more breaths. Bring your hands down to the floor. Have your fingertips underneath your shoulders. And then your right leg is going to go back in the air. Ground your palms down underneath the shoulders, left knee underneath your hips. Then bend your right knee. Roll the right inner thigh up to the ceiling, the right outer thigh down towards the floor. And then just start to pulse that leg up towards the ceiling. So you're strengthening the lower back, the buttock area, the hamstring. 6, 7, 8, 12 more. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the leg lifted. Some of you can reach back with your left hand and hold onto your right ankle. If you've got the foot, lift through the heart, kick the foot back. Keep breathing through the nose, Ujjayi breath. Lift the leg a little higher. 1 more. Release the foot if you have it, left hand underneath your shoulder. You're going to extend that right leg back so the right leg is straight, toes tucked. And then lift your left knee towards your nose. 3-legged dog, inhale the left leg up and back. And then exhale, step the left foot between your hands. Come into supported warrior 3. Hands under your shoulders, flat back. Right hip dropping down. And as you exhale, touch your right knee to your nose. Right leg reaches back, heart reaches forward. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Supported warrior 3. Heart forward, gaze forward. Right knee to your nose. 1 more, breathe in and breathe out. Right leg reaches back, right toes turn into 6 o'clock. Take your right hand underneath your shoulder. Left arm out to the left. Start to take a twist, revolved order. You lift your right leg a little higher. Lean the head and heart back. Try to keep your left arm in line with your left shoulder, so that your left shoulder is not protruding forward. So it's the left shoulder that leads the way. The twist comes from the spine. And then bring your left hand down. We're going to cross your right leg in front of your left. So there's a little bit of an IT bench stretch there. Keep the knees somewhat soft and fold. Drop your head. Keep pressing down into the big toe mounds. And rolling all the way up, keeping the legs crossed. So your right leg should be in front of your left. Reach your arms out to a T shape and eagle wrap your arms with the left arm on top of the right. Turn your thumbs towards your third eye point, lift your elbows up and away from your face. And then start to bend through your knees and find your eagle wrap legs. Right leg on top of the left. Pull the right outer hip back so your hips corkscrew tighter. This is eagle pose. Lift the elbows a little higher and see if you can sit lower, squeezing your legs together. Take a breath in and then exhale, rounding, touching your elbows towards your lower knee. So it's like a cat spine in your back. Round in the middle point of the spine up. Now keep your arms, lift your right knee up towards your belly, keeping your balance. And then maybe you can find warrior 3 legs. So that same position we was just in before. Drop your right hip down, lift your right leg a little higher, elbows forward, gaze forward. Rolling your right inner thigh up to the sky, lift your right leg higher. And slowly stepping back to your warrior 1 legs. Adjust your feet, lift your arms up. Square your hip points forward, pressing through the outer back heel. Lift the right hip point up slightly. Bending the front knee nice and deep. Move your feet into position for warrior 2. Front heel in line with the arch of the back foot. Ground down through all 4 corners of the feet. Arches clearly lifting. Left knee over the little toe. Reverse your warrior, lean back, bend the front knee deeper, press it to the left. Maybe look back and slide your right hand towards the right ankle. Lower ribs in. And then glide forward, nice and gracefully, into Ardha Chandrasana. This time you're stacking the right hip on top of the left. See that your left toes are pointing forward, so your lower foot's not twisted. Heart to the sky. Extend like a star in all different directions. Get longer from that top foot to the crown of the head. Step the feet together. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, fold over your legs. Reverse swan dive up to standing, breathe in. And interlace the fingers behind the back. Left index finger in front. Reach the fist down, shoulder blades come together to push the heart up. Hips back, tail lengthens. So there's support in your lower back for that back bend. Back of the neck long. Maybe you can go deeper into the back bend. Then exhale, fold. Fist over your head. Lift your shoulders away from your ears. Reach your fist over a little more. Weight to your toes, heels ground. Shoulders lift, fist over. Squeeze your palms together. Bend the elbows. Keep your fist coming to a flat back. Look slightly forward. And then we're going to lift the right knee up towards the belly. See if you can keep your balance, reach the crown of the head forward. Get lower to the floor to step that right foot back. Reach your arms up to the sky, high lunge. Bring your back knee, draw your lower ribs in. Lengthen the lower back and then straighten through the back leg. Lengthen the side body. Left arm comes behind your back. Scrib your tail long with that left arm and start to look over your left shoulder. Lift in the heart. Just a little bit of a twist in the back bend, meeting each other. And then coming with the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh into your twist. Hands to prayer position, lift the heart to the thumbs. If you did on the other side, maybe you can tee your arms. Some of you might even be able to take the bind. Left knee presses into the right arm. 4 breaths, inhale. Exhaling 1. 3 breaths, inhale. Strong back leg, exhale. 2 breaths, breathe in. Breathing out. Last one, inhale. And exhaling. Hands to the floor on the inhalation. Step back to your down dog on the exhalation. Roll forward, plank pose, inhale, look forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, breathe in. Lift from the belly, down dog, breathing out. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Hip square, exhale, left knee touches your nose. Stay there, lift your hips higher. Squeeze the left heel up to the left sit bones. So you're in a tight little ball. Now step the left foot between your hands. Lower your back knee down and point through the back toe, spreading the weight across that back shin. Climb yourself up onto your front leg. Hips pull back. Outer hips hug in. Compacting your hips together. Press yourself forward. Keep lifting the lower belly off the top of that left thigh. Find Venus lock and lift your arms up. Straighten through the elbows and reach up to lengthen the side body. Arms slightly in front of the ears. Try not to crunch in the back of the neck. Maybe the hips can move forward a little more. Feeling a stretch in the front of that right psoas muscle. Couple more breaths. Take your fingertips to the floor in line with your shoulders. And then you slide that left leg back in the air. Ground your palms onto the floor. Lift that left inner thigh a little higher so your hips are square, and then bend the knee. And we're just going to pulse the foot up to the ceiling 20 times there. 18, 17, 16, 15, keep going, 14, 13, 12, 11. Try and lift from the inner thigh. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. You either remain here or reach your right hand back and grab hold of your left inner ankle. Roll that right shoulder up. Lift the leg higher as you kick the foot back. Belly in, chest breath. Couple more breaths, look forward. Release the foot if you have it and extend the left leg back. Right hand underneath your shoulders. Tuck your left toes under, left leg is straight. Lift your right knee to your nose. 3-legged dog, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot between your hands. Supported warrior 3, flat back. Look forward, lifting that left leg. And then exhale, bend both your knees, touch the left knee to your nose. Supported warrior 3, left leg back, heart forward. Exhale, knee to nose. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Reach the left leg back. Come back into that flat back and just make sure Your left toes are turning down to 6 o'clock. Left hand under your shoulder, reach your right arm out to the right. So it's the shoulder that leads the way, not the arm. As you start to twist into evolved Ardha Chandrasana. Lean the head and heart back so you're not curling in on yourself. Get longer from the back foot to the crown of the head. Lift the left leg a little higher. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Couple more breaths. And then release. Step your left foot in front of your right foot. So your left leg slightly in front of your right. Soften both the knees so you don't hyperextend the back knee and drop the head. Should feel a nice stretch now down the right outer thigh, right outer hip, maybe. Keep the inner edges of the feet grounded. Soften the knees and roll all the way up. So now your left leg is in front of your right. Arms out to a T shape. Eagle wrap the arms, right arm on top of the left. Right arm on top. Turn the thumbs towards the third eye point, lift the elbows up. Sit low. Then eagle wrap the legs. You can double or once wrap the legs. Pull the left outer hip back, corkscrew in the hips tighter. Lift the elbows, sit lower. And then round the spine. Maybe you can touch your elbows towards your lower knee. Nice rounded cat spine. So you get stretch across the shoulder blades. Steady with your focus, steady with the breath. Lift that left knee up. Up towards your belly, seeing if you can maintain your balance. And then warrior 3 legs. So you want that left hip dropping down. Reach the elbows forward, gaze is forward. Lift the left inner thigh a little higher maybe. And step all the way back to warrior 1. Ground down through the back heel. Arms reach up. Bend through the front knee and root down through the outer back foot. Wrap that left hip forward, left inner thigh back. Opening up into your warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Get your right thigh parallel to the floor. Lift through the heart, lengthen the tail, strong legs. Reverse warrior, leaning back. Look towards your back leg and slide your left hand towards the left ankle. Deepen the front knee, pressing it to the right. And glide into Ardha Chandrasana. See that your right foot is aligned, so you're not twisted in the grounding leg. Right outer hip pulls back, concave the belly back. Step your feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, flat back. And exhaling, folding. Reverse swan dive up to standing, reach up. Hands to pair at the heart. Just take a moment to feel. Press your right leg in front of the left. Arms out to a T shape. Take a breath in. Exhale, eagle wrap the arms. Left arm on top of the right. Wrap your legs as you breathe in, eagle wrapping the legs. And then exhale around the spine, touching your elbows towards your lowest knee. Keep the eagle arms, lift the right knee up towards the belly. And then exhale, warrior three legs, keep the eagle arms. Drop that right hip down. Step back to warrior one. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, opening up to warrior two. Move your feet into position. Peaceful warrior, lean back, breathe in. Ardha Chandrasana, breathing out. Step the right foot behind the left. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold, soften the knees. Reverse swan dive up to standing, breathe in. Eagle wrap the arms, right arm on top of the left. Eagle wrap the legs, left leg on top of the right, breathe in. Lift the elbows and round, maybe touching the elbows to the lower knee. Lift the left knee to your belly, inhale. Keep the eagle arms as you move into warrior three legs. Step back to warrior one, breathe in, arms lift. Open up to warrior two, move your feet into position. Peaceful warrior, breathe in. Ardha Chandrasana, breathe out. One more time through, cross your left leg behind the right, flat back, soften the knees and fold. Reverse swan dive, inhale, lifting up. Eagle wrap the arms, left arm on top of the right. Eagle wrap the legs, right leg on top of the left. Pull the right outer hip back as you round the spine, touching the elbows towards the lower knee. Keep your arms, lift the right knee to your belly. Warrior three legs, reach the eagle arms forward. Step back to warrior one as you breathe in. Open up to warrior two, move into position. Peaceful warrior, lean back, inhale. Ardha Chandrasana, exhale. Cross your right leg behind the left, flat back. Soften the knees and fold forward, exhale. Reverse swan dive up to standing, breathe in. Cross your right arm on top of the left, breathe out. Eagle wrap the legs, left leg on top of the right. Lift the elbows, then round the spine, left hip pulls back. Inhale, lift your left knee to your belly. Warrior three legs, elbows reach forward. Step back to warrior one, inhale. Open up to warrior two, moving into position. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Ardha Chandrasana, exhale. Step your feet together this time, breathe in. And exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, inhale. Folding forward, exhale. Coming into Bakasana crow pose, bring the knees onto the back of the arms, squeeze the knees in, look forward, maybe picking up your feet. Round the spine like you did in the eagle position. Squeeze the heels to your bottom, pressing into your fingers. And then squat pose. Feet as wide as your mat, hands to prayer, press your elbows into the inner knees. Heart towards your thumbs. If you find that you're rounding back, lift up onto your tippy toes. So there's more length in your lower back. Scanning your body from head to toe. Hands to the floor. Straighten through your legs, come into a flat back, look forward, jump in, or step back, chaturanga. Up dog as you breathe in. Down dog, pressing back. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right knee touches your right elbow. Lift your hips. Lift up high your back tippy toe. And then stepping your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Right knee over the ankle. Lower your back knee down. Maybe you can slide your back knee back a little further. Allow your hips to melt forward. Some of you can come down onto your elbows. Pull the heart through. Squeeze your right knee into the side of the shoulder. Up onto your hands, and then keeping the back knee down, just pull your hips forward. Flex through that front foot. Reach your heart forward. Lowering your elbows again towards the floor. Maybe your elbows touch. You feel a stretch in your hamstring. A little bit more towards the inner hamstring. Rebend that front knee, knee over the ankle. Take your right shoulder underneath the right knee. Kind of wiggle it under there. And then maybe lifting your back knee. Reaching your arms out like aeroplane arms. Maybe hovering your fingers. Some of you can take a bind, holding onto your left wrist or your fingers. You're reaching your heart forward, aeroplane pose. Gently release. Hands to the floor. Three-legged dog, right leg goes up and back. Step the right foot between your hands. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Maybe flex the front foot. If your hamstrings are tight, you can bend your back knee. And then exhale, folding. Never rounding your lower back. Grab blocks if you feel that it's hard to reach the floor. Right hip pulls back. See that your back heel is behind the back toes. So your back knee is pointing forward. Now if your hamstrings are tight, I want you to stay here and breathe into this for longer. Otherwise, come back to three-legged dog to go a little deeper. You're going to bring your right knee towards your left elbow and then step the right foot behind your left hand. Press your left hand into that right big toe and pull the right hip back. So now it's a deeper stretch for the IT bend in that cross-legged position we were in earlier in the flow. Ground your hands, everyone, right knee to your nose. Come into pigeon pose. Slide your back knee back, pad up your right sit bone if needed. Coming forward. If you want to go a little deeper, you can bend your back knee. Reach back for the top of that left foot and draw the heel towards its own sit bone. Release your back foot, lift yourself up. You're just going to roll into your right sit bone, facing to the side. Draw your right heel into its own inner thigh. Pull the flesh of the sit bones back. Then face your back straight leg. Right hand to the inner thigh. If the hamstring is tight, bend the left knee, so you can get more length in the spine as you fold. There's a little bit of a twist. The right side of the body comes down, left side of the body lifts. Root down through the right sit bone. Come all the way to the front, pass through your pigeon pose, and step back to down dog. If you'd like a vinyasa, take one, otherwise remain in your down dog. Inhale the left leg up to the sky, hip square. Exhale, left knee touches your left elbow. Squeeze your left heel up towards its own sit bone and step the left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your back knee down, front knee over the ankle, press your hips forward. So you might have to slide your back knee back to keep this knee over the ankle. You can stay here or lowering your elbows down to blocks or to the floor. Hug your left knee nice and tightly into the left shoulder. Heart reaches forward. You can relax the head though. Nice hip opening. Like I said, this is a mixed bag class. So we're just tackling all parts of the body, giving you balance in general all around. Up onto your hands, draw your hips back, keeping the back knee down. Flex through the front foot. Some of you can start to lower your elbows towards the floor. Keep drawing the left hip back. Bend the front knee. Take your left shoulder underneath the left knee. Wiggle it in there. Either stay here or tuck your back toes and lift the back knee. Find your aeroplane arms. Some of you can take a bind, holding onto your right wrist or your fingers. Drop your right hip down. So you're trying to mimic kind of a plank position from your back leg to the crown of the head, rather than letting that right hip lift. So you should feel your back pinky toe on the floor. Couple more breaths. Outer hips hugging in, pelvic floor muscles lifting. This is aeroplane pose. Hands to the floor, three-legged dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to your nose, step the foot between your hands. Straighten both your legs, flex your front foot if that's available to you. Reach the heart forward, either stay in the flat back or fold. Dig the front heel down and forward. Back heel behind your back toes. Lift the front kneecap, strong legs. If your hamstrings are tight, stay here. Otherwise, three-legged dog. Left knee to your right elbow, and then step the left foot behind your right wrist. Use your right hand to press that left big toe mound down. Left hip pulls back. IT bend stretch. Always nice full breaths. Ground your hands, lift your left knee to your nose, and angle the shin for pigeon. Staying upright, hip point square to the front of the room, or coming down onto your elbows. If you did before, you can bend your back knee, reach opposite hand to foot, so it's your left hand reaches back for that right foot. Don't struggle with these poses. If something's not working for you and it feels too deep, then just back off. Your aim is to keep a steady breath, calm mind, staying focused. Gently release your back foot. You're going to roll onto your left sit bone, opening up for open hip Janushavasana. Draw the left heel nice and tightly so the left knee is closed, and face your back leg. Bend the right knee if the hamstrings are tight. Everyone, left hand to the outer right thigh, lift the heart, and then slide the hand down the outer leg. Again, twisting towards your right inner thigh. Left sit bone is firmly towards the floor. Come back through Pigeon to pass into Down Dog. Last Vinyasa if you'd like it. Exhaling Chaturanga, Up Dog, and Down Dog. Walking all the way through. Bring your hands between your feet. Sit your bottom down, roll onto your backs. Either legs up to the sky or come into plow pose, feet over your head. Interlace your fingers, get your shoulder blades clearly under your back. Your legs can be bent. Shouldn't feel any pain in your neck. Press your head into the floor. Maybe come into shoulder stand. Hands to your lower back. Move your feet away from your face and your hips towards your face. So the weight's in your elbows, not in your head. In your shoulders and elbows. Maybe you can curl your hands up a little higher. Feet keep moving towards the front of your mat. Now if you turn your thumbs in towards your spine, so your fingers wrap around the side of the hips, so you see my thumbs are pointing in, you can start to bend one of your knees in towards your nose and drop back into bridge. Again, interlace your fingers, turn your toes in slightly, allow the inner thighs to hug in. Knees forward, heart towards your face. And then releasing down. Whew. Allow the knees just to drop in towards each other. Either one more bridge pose. You can just measure out that you can touch your heels with your fingers. Or you can come into wheel. Hands next to your ears, fingers point towards your shoulders, elbows hug in. Lift your hips. Maybe come to the crown of your head, elbows hug in, and then press up. Try to move your shoulders right over your wrists by straightening your legs. Pressing your fingertips down. Chin in. And lower yourself all the way down. Hug your knees in. Maybe finding happy baby, lowering your tail down to the floor. Move your hips to the left and drop your knees to the right. Open your arms out to a T shape. Reach your left shoulder towards the floor by lifting the heart up. And then the shoulder down. Gaze towards that left hand, looking away from your knees. If you want to eagle wrap the legs, it's the left leg on top of the right. It's a little bit too deep for me. And taking it to the other side, hips to the right, knees to the left. Heart lifts up, right shoulder reaches down. Going deeper for some of you, right leg crosses over the top of the left. In those eagle wrap legs. Back to center, soles of the feet together. Let the knees just wing out. I like to rock side to side, giving the lower back a little massage. If there's anything else you need to do, go ahead. Otherwise, start to allow the body to drop into the earth. As you inhale, think of the word inhale. As you exhale, think of the word exhale. Inhale as you inhale. Exhale as you exhale. When other thoughts come into the mind, just simply let the thoughts go. If you'd like to straighten your legs into full Savasana, go ahead. Inhale. Exhale, get heavier and heavier. At this point, you can stop and pause the recording. And just take as long as you like in your Shavasana. Take a few deep breaths in and out, awakening the body. Stepping your feet onto the floor, rolling over onto one side. Let the head be heavy as you press yourself all the way up into a seated position. Cross your legs. And then stack the head on top of the spine. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you for joining me here at Be More Yogic. My name's Amanda Dee. I'll see you soon.